Palitoy's range of Action Man products were released from 1966 through to 1984, taking the G.I. Joe concept and transforming it into one of the most beloved British toy brands of the latter 20th century. Palitoy's Action Man is utterly legendary. Here is our top 10 list of best all-time vintage Action Man figures. Hello toy fans, my name is Tony, and kicking us off in the number 10 slot is the Action Man Space Explorer. The Action Man Space Explorer is one of the rarest Action Man outfits ever produced. Based off of the G.I. Joe Flying Space Adventure set, if you can find an Action Man Space Explorer in good condition, you're doing very well, and it will certainly make an excellent addition to your collection. The set is visually striking and stands out as a unique piece in the Action Man line. Taking the number 9 slot on this list is the SAS key figure. In May 1980, the Iranian embassy siege in London was ended when elite soldiers from the Army Special Air Service Regiment stormed the building and rescued the hostages inside. With the raid broadcast on the national news, the British public were gripped by the mystique of these black-clad soldiers. So when Palitoy released the SAS key figure, it was a huge hit with the boys of Britain and firmly secured its place on our list. Number 8 on the list of all-time best vintage Action Man figures is the 1960s Judo outfit. Action Man's sporting outfits were never his best sellers, but that didn't stop Palitoy from producing some truly stunning pieces, including cricketers, Olympic champions and footballers. But for my money, the best of the lot was the Action Man Judo outfit. Coming in at number 7 on the list is the British Army Officer. Released as part of the famous British uniforms line, the British Army Officer just edged out the Royal Military Police to earn its place on this list. The dress design of this uniform is absolutely stunning, and in a quintessentially British range, we simply had to have a quintessentially British uniform. At number 6 is one of my personal Action Man favourites, the Polar Explorer. When the G.I. Joe concept was first brought over to Britain, the American sounding name had to go. Renaming the brand Action Man was a stroke of genius because it meant that Action Man didn't have to remain a military-themed figure line. He was simply a man of action, and Palitoy began releasing a whole series of adventure-themed outfits, and the best of the entire line was the Action Man Polar Explorer. And taking the number 5 slot on this list is the Parachute Regiment Soldier. The soldiers of the Parachute Regiment were the British airborne heroes of World War II. Their distinct uniform featured the now iconic maroon beret. Palitoy's Parachute Regiment uniform was re-released several times over the company's 18-year production run, and it remained one of the most popular outfits of all time. As we get closer to the top slot, the number 4 entry is responsible for millions of fondly remembered childhood memories, the Action Man Deep Sea Diver. Sam Spears of Hasbro originally designed the Deep Sea Diver, and the resulting outfit is the pinnacle of miniature toy engineering, and the standard by which all others are now measured. The functionality of this outfit was incredible. When submerged in water, the diver was weighed down by his lead belt and boots. But when a child blew into the air hoses attached to his helmet, he would rise to the water's surface. The Deep Sea Diver is one of the most distinct and action-packed outfits in the entire range, thoroughly earning its place on this most prestigious of top 10 lists. And coming in at number 3 is an Action Man figure that is widely recognised as the most popular of all time, the German Stormtrooper. Selling toy Nazis is something that no toy company in their right mind would ever attempt today, but that wasn't the case back in the 1960s. The Action Man German Stormtrooper came equipped with his iconic Nazi helmet and machine pistol. Some say that a hero is only as good as his villain, and if you consider the German Stormtrooper as the true villain of the Action Man line, it only proves how truly fantastic the Action Man range was. And taking the number 2 slot on this list is a figure that was released during Action Man's very first year, the Combat Soldier. This figure had it all. Loaded down with gear and bristling with weaponry, the Action Man Combat Soldier was made up from several different accessory sets. But the true genius of this figure was the way all the different accessories integrated with each other. The combat jacket alone was a work of pure dressmaking perfection. Never before or since has a fully loaded combat soldier been so perfectly rendered in toy form. And for that reason, the Action Man Combat Soldier is truly deserving of the number 2 slot on this list. Before we reveal our top pick, here is the worst Action Man figure of all time. The arch enemy of the Action Man team, the Intruder. The Intruder is one of the most bizarre Action Man figures ever released. His action gimmick is to bear hug his opponents from behind, and with a name like the Intruder, he really should be on the sex offenders register. And so, coming in at number 1 is the truly magnificent Action Man Lifeguard. The Household Cavalry Lifeguard's uniform is the perfect example of everything that I love about the Action Man range. Its accuracy, attention to detail, beautiful design and pure Britishness ensure its place as the number 1 best Action Man figure of all time. Technically this could be joint first place because the Blues and Royals is simply a lifeguard in different colours, but for pure toy perfection, the lifeguard holds the top spot in all his parade glory. So that's our top 10 best vintage Action Man figures of all time. Did you agree with our list? Leave us a comment in the section below. And please, if you like this video, hit the like button. And don't forget to click subscribe to stay up to date for more vintage toy goodness.